Hey, good afternoon. This is Amazon Jude coming to you from my war room in Wyoming. Okay, we've had some time to analyze the hearing I had with Kavanaugh and Ms. Ford. I had to watch it 3 or 4 times to catch all the indiscrepancies in her statement. How old is she? 53 years old? Then why was she talking like a 5-year-old child? She's a highly educated woman. Is a teacher at Stanford, but yet she reminded me of a 4-year-old child talking. I do have problems with that because I was also molested, but I'll tell you what, I remember every bit of it. I wasn't drunk and high and stoned, and I want to know why Republicans played softball with her. I would have drilled that bitch like it was an oil well. How long you been seeing a psychiatrist? Are you on any medications? Do you use drugs in high school? Did you drink in high school? Did you have, how many sexual partners did you have during high school? And I guess the last count is about 60 of them. She was quite the little debutante princess hoe-bag. Seems like she also runs a CIA graduate study course at Stanford as well. I want the FBI to investigate her. Seems like we know just about everything about the Kavanaughs because the media made sure that they drug out everything they could find on him. Funny they couldn't find anything real. But I'll bet we could find a whole lot on this bitch. And I say we do it. Let's get some video in here. I want you to see 2 things. I want you to see Lindsey Graham, and I want you to watch her testimony with Ms. Ford and the lies she tells. I'm going to break them up into 2-minute clips so you guys can catch on to them fast. But that woman is a lying sack of shit, and the gals that cornered Flake in the elevator, they are activists. That's been exposed. They're Democrats who did us a favor. I have to give you an applause because we have about 30 days to get all of this stuff out there to the voters so that they know that the Democrat Party is pathetic. They are the worst of the worst that managed to get in office. And you know how they did? Is they relied on people who don't understand politics. They relied on uneducated people who hate America so much that maybe they should move to Venezuela. They rely on victims, whether it be sexual victims or police victims. Or they love victims. That's the Democrat/victims party. That's what it is. We're all a victim. We're all a victim. And Miss Ford, I have to say this to you. Fuck you. You're fucking crazy, bitch.
That actually went to their decision-making process, including how they investigated Flynn, the fact that they couldn't get their story straight about what the basis of considering him to be a criminal suspect were. It just really very depressing for somebody who is proud of having come from the Justice Department and working there for such a long time. I mean, some of the stuff they held back was actually public information that was out already, but they didn't want to put it in the context that it came up in the report because it calls into question the prosecution of Flynn.
Yeah, so from the beginning, one could then surmise that the screws were turned on Flynn after he had those conversations with the Russian ambassador. I think he thought he was allowed to have conversations. He's the incoming national security advisor.
Oh, no,
Sally Yates rushes over to his office, the acting attorney general, brings a couple agents, including Peter Strzok, and he said, yeah, I'll answer questions.
And lies her fucking dick off. Of course, she doesn't have a dick. It's sitting at home in a jar somewhere. This is another one of those, you can't put a lot of women in the fucking cabinet because they're fucking lying, cocksucking bitches. I'm a woman and I wouldn't elect a fucking cunt to my local dog pound, let alone in Congress. Back when the forefathers were putting shit together, and I know women are going to get on me about this, but you know what? One of our founding fathers said, politics and petticoats don't mix. It's like fighting shit out in your bedroom. Who's on top?
He didn't even have a lawyer present, it's my understanding. He just sat down and answered questions.
Yeah, and here's why this is so bad, Laura. If you want...
It was over the phone. They got him on over the phone while he was on vacation with his son, and that's how they busted him. Here it is, 6 months after this video was created of Flynn, pardon Flynn, President Trump. Let's take 33 Congress seats. Let's take 100 House seats away from the Democrats and bury them with a tombstone on their face.
To have, they say they're pursuing a counterintelligence investigation. You got a guy like Flynn who's got a big intelligence background. He's a combat veteran of the United...
Obama fired him because he was against fucking Muslim invasion of our country. And he spoke about this on, what was it, $35,000? Supposedly went unreported. What about the $144 million from Saudi Arabia for Clinton campaign, or the $6 million from Germany to the Clinton Foundation, which found its way back to the Democrat Party, back to Hillary Clinton? What about all the millions of dollars that were sent out for local offices for the Democrat Party, and all they did was wash the money and send it back to the DNC? What about Anwan Williams that had access to 40 Democrat congressmen emails? Okay, what about the laptop that was found suddenly by itself in a room by Congress? I mean, come on, people, don't forget this shit. It's important.
United States actually wrote a book in 2016 that labeled Russia as an enemy of the United States, right? So if you really want to advance your intelligence knowledge and you have a recording of Flynn's conversation with the Russian ambassador, what you would do is play the recording for Flynn and ask him, what did this mean? What did that mean? So you can enhance your understanding, right? What they did instead was ask him questions about a conversation
they
had a recording of.
Yeah, they
already knew.
What good reason is there for that other than to try to get him to trip up?
Yeah, well, we'll get to Ellis's comments about how the Mueller investigators have been operating in a moment, Judge Ellis. I want to play a flashback from when Jim Comey sat down with Brett Baer and he was asked the specific question about Mike Flynn. Let's watch.
Did you tell lawmakers that FBI agents didn't believe former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn was lying intentionally to investigators?
No.
You did not.
And I saw that in the media. I don't know what. Maybe someone misunderstood something I said. I didn't believe that and didn't say that.
Oh, my God. How can you believe that? Let's jump over to Dick Morris. He's a fucking smart guy. I hate this guy.
You are missing out on a lot.
Give me
We
over.
have one of the experts. We have with us Dick
He
Morris,
worked for
a
Clinton.
strategist, a commentator, best-selling author.
Dick Morris worked for the Clintons. He knows where the bodies are buried. He has a book out. It's called The Deep State. Anybody that really wants to know anything, you need to get that. You need to get Newt Gingrich's book. You need to get, God, what's the other guy's name? Let's listen.
Good morning, Dick. How are you this Sunday morning?
Hey, John. I'm doing great. Doing good.
What's going on in politics? My God, the Republicans and the Democrats are all fighting with each other. They're killing each other.
Yeah, well, there's always a survivor in those matches. I think this all seems very familiar to me, John, because I worked for President Clinton, as you know, in the late in the 1990s.
Yep, he knows where the bodies are buried.
At that point,
like
the
Dan Bongino
thought they had a gold mine in attacking Bill Clinton over Monica Lewinsky, and they put all of their eggs in that basket, and that's all they talked about. Impeachment and Monica Lewinsky and Perjury.
Yeah, the blue dress.
And then when the elections of 1998 came around for Congress, right smack in the middle of all of this, Democrats gained seats. The Clinton administration gained seats. And the Republicans who were attacking him over Monica lost them.
Yeah.
Now it's the exact opposite, but it's the same principle. The Democrats who are attacking Trump think that they have a panacea in the Stormy Daniels scandal. And
yeah, everybody likes a hoe bag. Look at what the porno king lawyer is doing. He's got his client out there on stage having dollar bills put in her belly and on her ass. She's 50 fucking years old. She's as fat as a fucking barrel as far as I'm concerned on sexiness. Angie Dickinson would put her to shame today. To pimp for his money. To buy his $4,000 suits. Avenatti, you're a pimp. You're a pimp. You'll never be in the White House. We'll make sure of that.
And in the possibility of impeachment. And that's all they're talking about. Stormy and Mike Cohen and the payoffs and extortion.
And Mike Cohen's lawyer happens to be this Miss Ford's lawyer that Dianne Feinstein suggested in the D.C. area that Miss Ford was afraid to fly but flew for fucking the last 15 years with a silver spoon up her ass. That is part of the CIA undergraduate studies program at Stanford. Come on, people, wake the fuck up.
And with the Moscow and the and all of that. And in fact, the Republicans and Trump are talking about jobs and terrorism in Korea.
They can't let the real news come out. That America is doing better than it has done in 30 years. That we have had a fake fucking president for 5 terms. 5 terms. We had a pimp. We had a rapist. We had a fucking chicken shit that flew a jet that couldn't make a decision without Dick Cheney up his ass. Come on, this is the first time America has had a president since 1982.
And Iran. And they are steadily moving up in their ratings, and the Democrats are steadily dropping. Since the Stormy Daniels scandal started, Trump's approval rating has gone from 40 to 45. From the beginning of the year, it's gone from 37 to 45. And the advantage of the...
Which in reality means we've gone from 70% to 75%, because as we know, most of the media turned around and said, Hillary Clinton had a 92% or 98% chance of winning, and Trump had 2%. Well, we fucking fooled you then, and we're going to fool you this year. We're taking 33 Democrat Congress seats and 100 Democrat representative seats. This 2018 election, this is going to be another one of those years that is so unprecedented that we have to do it. If you love America, you love your husband and don't want some bitch calling him a fucking rapist 20 years from now and destroying his life and his career, if you want that border wall built, if you want to continue on making your life better because the government is unratcheted the fucking squeeze on you, then you need to vote. You need to vote Republican. I don't give a shit. We'll weed them fuckers out down the road. But this is what we need now.
Democrats over the Republicans in the House election has been cut more than in half. And they're going down the same trap, the same sort of fool's gold that deceived the Republicans in 98 is now luring the Democrats into making the same mistake this year.
And the American people really don't care that something that happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just, now, Michael Cohen, you were talking about the other day.
And that's the same fucking lawyer that this Miss Ford has. And then there's photographs of the fucking crazy bitch Dyke, part of Hillary Clinton's lawyer team. She's out there helping Miss Ford, and Ramirez, Come on, people, wake the fuck up.
That the Russians paid him $500,000.
Yep.
And,
Well,
And that was for Billy Bob Clinton to go on stage and go, I don't have AIDS. Really, I don't. I never raped any women, but even though there's like 9 of them out there that still would rather really like to testify to Congress. And then you have Hillary Clinton. I like to get women drunk and have them lick my pussy, because that's what Hillary is. She's a fucking dyke in the closet. And that's why she has all these fucking dyke bitches around her.
not connected.
Well, they gave him $500,000 apparently to invest, and that probably was a payoff. It probably was to get.
Well, and today, or 2 days ago, what did we see? Monkey woman bitch Sheila Jackson Lee and Michael Cohen's lawyer, which is now fucking Miss Ford's lawyer, that are all connected to the fucking Hillary Clinton campaign, hand him a envelope and looked around the room like who took a video of this. Congratulations. Whoever took that video, you fucking proved a point that these guys are so fucking corrupt. Oh, and let's talk about Alyssa Milano. Bewitched, or what is it, Charmed? Fuck you. From me to you, fuck you. When you pay off your help and take care of your IRS bill and not exactly sit behind Kavanaugh, boy, that was played out well. Thank you, Dianne Feinstein, you sneaky old fucking bitch.
To buy Cohen's influence as a lobbyist on Trump. And unfortunately, that's fairly routine in Washington, and there's nothing illegal about it. But that
needs to be made illegal. We need to hold these motherfuckers so accountable that they're afraid to pull down their panties and take a shit without us knowing about it.
Guy, Victor Vekselberg, the same Russian oligarch that gave Cohen $500,000, gave Bill and Hillary $100,000 for the Clinton Foundation.
Well, let's not forget about the $1 million birthday gift from Qatar that Bill Clinton got. Oh, I guess that's not part of the emoluments clause?
And another $25,000 if they got one of their people to send them. So the exact same guy paid Michael Cohen and a few years earlier paid the Clintons. And the prosecutor, Mueller, completely ignores the payoffs to the Clintons, but he's focusing like crazy on the payoffs to Mike Cohen, who has no influence, as opposed to the Clintons, one of whom was Secretary of State and the other a former president.
Yep, see? Well, there you go, folks. That's what our government is. We have 435 representatives. Most of them don't say shit, but it looks like 200 of the representatives signed on to let's investigate this or that. Those are the Democrats. Wake up. You vote Democrat, you may as well put a bullet in your fucking face because your kids will never make it. Hey, this is Amazon, and I'm doing this video because Trump is speaking tonight, and we're going to have some more inspiration, and we need to get out the vote. Let's hear Kavanaugh's second accuser.
Some bad news for the Kavanaugh accuser, Julie Swetnick. Yeah, the IRS is not very happy with her.
Yep.
Christine Lellia for the Gateway Pundit reports that
boy, it seems like all these fucking Democrats owe a lot in taxes. Al Sharpton, Melissa Milano, what the other? Oh, the porn lawyer that's got his client up there on stage pimping for cash to keep him in $4,000 suits. I mean, if you're a Democrat, you're fucking corrupt. Republicans aren't rich. That's why we never held all 3 seats or all 3 houses in 80 years. Because we do it the right way. You know, we take our fucking lumps and we move on. We're gentlemen. We work our jobs. We raise our families. And we do the right thing. Democrats, if there's a way to cheat, they'll find it.
Michael Abinetti revealed Brett Kavanaugh's third accuser. It happened on Wednesday. A woman named Julie Swetnick, who has brought forth allegations of gang rape. Swetnick, in a sworn statement, says that she was a victim of one of these gang or train rapes where
She only went 10 times, though, right?
Brett Kavanaugh and Mark Judge were present. She also claims she was drugged with Quaaludes or something similar. The accuser also states here, accuser Julie Swetnick owed over $100,000 in unpaid taxes from the years 2015 through 2017. So
gee, I wonder what Hillary had promised her, huh? Kind of like a Bernie Sanders fucking deal. Let's not forget that. Bernie Sanders, old lady, bilked her college out of $10 million. Okay, and she's been under investigation for a fucking year now. I'd like to know the fallout on that one. Are we going to put the bitch in prison and make them pay back the money they fucking stole? Bernie Sanders, fuck you. You sold out to Hillary Clinton. I hope your base understands that. And thank God you're almost dead. Can't live forever, you fucking prick.
Really, she needed some cash, and she needed it pretty fast.
Yep.
I wonder how much she got paid for that
the
affidavit, right? The spokesman for New York.
Time to bring her up on fucking charges, too. Giving false testimony. You're going to hold Flynn for it. You're going to hold Papadopoulos for it. You're going to hold all of Mueller's so-called, they lied to the FBI. Well, these motherfuckers lied to the FBI. Hillary Clinton lied to the FBI. Eric Holder lied to the FBI. Loretta Lynch lied to the FBI. Cheryl Mills lied to the FBI. How come they're not in fucking prison?
Life confirmed that Swetnick worked there as an agent for less than 2 years, from 06 to 08. She didn't list her work there on a resume posted online. Records also show Swetnick had recent run-ins with the tax authorities.
Oops.
In 2015, Maryland's comptroller filed a lien against her in Anne Arundel County, suburb of Baltimore and Washington, for more than 30 years.
Always these big population areas. That's how these Democrats are holding on to seats, is they go to these big population areas. And if you remember, you can go back and look at the map. The middle of America is all red. The only blue spots are along the edges, okay, because that's high-density population areas. And those fuckers have no clue what's going on. That's all they see is the news media that pumps them in through CNN and MSNBC and ABC. That's all they see. And they vote on their emotions. If you guys would understand that you're voting against your own self-interest, you might get a clue. What does Jeff Foxworthy always say? You might have a clue that your Democrat representative is a fucking crook if they have more money in a year than you have made in a lifetime.
$1,000 in unpaid taxes. The state demanded about the same amount in interest and penalties for a total bill of $62,000. The state released the lien in 2016. In 2017, the Internal Revenue Service filed a lien on Ms. Swetnick's Washington department for $40,303 in unpaid taxes and released it in March, saying the tax bill had been paid. Yeah, that's a lot of money. A lot of money to suddenly get paid off, right?
Fuck, most of us don't even make that in a year. This bitch is acting like it's all fucking real simple. How the fuck are you making more than $40,000 a year, bitch? What do you do for a living besides suck dick of some Democrat senator?
Right?
Okay, we're done with that bitch. She can go fucking kiss my ass. Fuck you, Democrats. Hey, this is Amazon, and I'm doing this video because Trump is speaking tonight, and we're going to have some more inspiration, and we need to get out the vote. Let's hear Kavanaugh's second accuser.
Some bad news for the Kavanaugh accuser, Julie Swetnick. Yeah, the IRS is not very happy with her.
Yep.
Christine Lellier for the Gateway Pundit reports that...
Boy, it seems like all these fucking Democrats owe a lot in taxes. Al Sharpton, Melissa Milano, what the other, the porn lawyer that's got his client up there on stage pimping for cash to keep him in $4,000 suits. I mean, if you're a Democrat, you're fucking corrupt. Republicans aren't rich. That's why we never held all 3 seats or all 3 houses in 80 years, because we do it the right way. You know, we take our fucking lumps and we move on. We're gentlemen. We work our jobs. We raise our families, and we do the right thing. Democrats, if there's a way to cheat, they'll find it.
Michael Abinetti revealed Brett Kavanaugh's third accuser. It happened on Wednesday. A woman named Julie Swetnick, who has brought forth allegations of gang rape. Swetnick, in a sworn statement, says that she was a victim of one of these gang or train rapes. Where
she only went 10 times, though, right?
Brett Kavanaugh and Mark Judge were present. She also claims she was drugged with Quaaludes or something similar. The accuser also states here, accuser Julie Swetnick owed over $100,000 in unpaid taxes from the years 2015 through 2017. So clearly,
gee, I wonder what Hillary had promised her, huh? Kind of like a Bernie Sanders fucking deal. Let's not forget that. Bernie Sanders, old lady, bilked her college out of $10 million. Okay, and she's been under investigation for a fucking year now. I'd like to know the fallout on that one. Are we going to put the bitch in prison and make them pay back the money they fucking stole? Bernie Sanders, fuck you. You sold out to Hillary Clinton. I hope your base understands that. And thank God you're almost dead. Can't live forever, you fucking prick.
really she needed some cash, and she needed it pretty fast.
Yep.
I wonder how much she got paid for that the affidavit, right? The spokesman for New York.
Time to bring her up on fucking charges, too. Giving false testimony. You're going to hold Flynn for it. You're going to hold Papadopoulos for it. You're going to hold all of Mueller's so-called, they lied to the FBI. Well, these motherfuckers lied to the FBI. Hillary Clinton lied to the FBI. Eric Holder lied to the FBI. Loretta Lynch lied to the FBI. Cheryl Mills lied to the FBI. How come they're not in fucking prison?
Life confirmed that Swetnick worked there as an agent for less than 2 years, from 06 to 08. She didn't list her work there on a resume posted online. Records also show Swetnick had recent run-ins with the tax authorities.
Oops.
In 2015, Maryland's comptroller filed a lien against her in Anne Arundel County, suburb of Baltimore and Washington, for more than 30.
Always these big population areas. That's how these Democrats are holding on to seats, is they go to these big population areas. And if you remember, you can go back and look at the map. The middle of America is all red. The only blue spots are along the edges, okay, because that's high-density population areas. And those fuckers have no clue what's going on. That's all they see is the news media that pumps them in through CNN and MSNBC and ABC. That's all they see. And they vote on their emotions. If you guys would understand that you're voting against your own self-interest, you might get a clue. What does Jeff Foxworthy always say? You might have a clue that your Democrat representative is a fucking crook if they have more money in a year than you have made in a lifetime.
$1,000 in unpaid taxes. The state demanded about the same amount in interest and penalties for a total bill of $62,000. The state released the lien in 2016. In 2017, the Internal Revenue Service filed a lien on Ms. Swetnick's Washington department for $40,303 in unpaid taxes and released it in March, saying the tax bill had been paid. Yeah, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. Something get paid off, right?
Fuck, most of us don't even make that in a year. This bitch is acting like it's all fucking real simple. How the fuck are you making more than $40,000 a year, bitch? What do you do for a living besides suck dick of some Democrat senator?
Right?
Okay, we're done with that bitch. She can go fucking kiss my ass. Fuck you, Democrats.
I just showed up and kind of realigned. I don't want to get on this, but First, you were crazy about Sarah Palin, and then you were crazy about Donald Trump. I think you look for morons who are empty vessels that you can put your ideas.
Right.
Every single person in the administration.
The audience, you know what they're doing in the background? They're holding up sign, applause, applause, please applause. Even though you don't understand what he just fucking said was a cut down to not only 65 million Americans, but our president of the United States. But let's go ahead and applause, right? Fucking brain dead motherfuckers.
Person in the administration has called him an idiot. That's what you look for. I get it.
No. By the way, so we'll get into it. As you get into his economic war with China, did you see what he's doing to realign the world's economy? Look, did he go to Harvard Kennedy School? Does he speak in the vernacular of the elites of this world? No, he speaks in a very plain-spoken vernacular, but he's incredibly smart.
He is. I'm not. It's not his syntax that I'm worried about. Did you see his press conference?
Fuck you, Bill Maher. You know what I'd like to do to Bill Maher? I'd like to put him in prison for a day with fucking child pedophiles so he can be raped up the ass about 50 fucking times. But then again, he'd probably like it because he's a fucking queer. The biggest fucking queer on TV besides Shepherdson. You know, all you need to do on him is put some lipstick on that motherfucker's face and you can dive your dick right into that prick.
This week, he says crazy shit that no one thinks is true. You don't think it's true.
But here's the power of the press conference. No other gutless Republican would go into that lion's den for an hour and 20 minutes and take all the incoming. He stood up for Kavanaugh more than any of these guys did, and I think it's one of the things that empowered Kavanaugh to go into on Thursday and to take on the Democrats.
Yep, you did a damn good job, too. Let's see if we can find that one more time. Let's go back here. Kavanaugh's speech. Oh, Amy Goldmacher. Oh, let's listen to her. She is fucking pathetic. Amy Goldmacher. Okay, you know who she is? She is Al Franken's personal cockholder. That's what she is. That's what happens when you put fucking cunts in Congress. Is you end up with fucking Amy
and I have two examples to ask you about. Number one, the folks at Vox put together a graphic today. They used the color blue for answered questions and sitting U.S. senators.
That you didn't remember what happened the night before or what happened.
Klobuchar. Al Franken's personal fucking cocksucker is what she is.
You're asking about, blackout. I don't know. Have you?
Of course she has. Many a time. That's how she ended up with Al Franken's cock in her fucking mouth all the time.
Could you answer the question, Judge?
How about you answer the fucking question, you fucking cunt?
That's not happened. Is that your answer?
Yeah, and I'm curious if you have.
Amy Gorbachev. Klobuchar. Look at that fucking cunt's face. She's had more blackouts than a fucking book on TV.
I have no drinking problem.
No, I just drink all the fucking time. I don't have a drinking problem.
That thing is a joke. That is a farce.
Would you like to say more about it?
No.
Did the word, Ralph, you used in your
yearbook?
Senator Whitehouse, here you go. Here's a fucking butt plug. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse thinks he's gonna run for president. America, you put that motherfucker in the White House, and you may as well put a bomb up your ass and blow up America. That motherfucker is nuts.
I already answered the question. If you're...
You don't relate to alcohol.
I like beer.
Do you have a problem with alcohol? You only had a $96,000 bill for flying around the fucking country drinking with all your buddies, eh, Mr. Whitehouse?
I like beer. I don't know if you like beer, Senator, or not. What do you like?
No, I like brandy because it's more expensive and then I can sit there and act like I'm fucking cool. Sheldon Whitehouse, fuck you.
The next one is...
Senator, what do you like? Judge. I welcome whatever the committee wants.
Here's Dick Durbin. This guy's priceless. I'm going to roll this back so you can hear the whole thing, but Dick Durbin, he is still fucking pissed off because him and Dianne Feinstein tried to rook Trump into signing some fucking bullshit DACA deal that would have let 20 million illegal aliens have voter ID, get access to our Social Security, our welfare benefits, because you know what? They can't get the real American people's vote anymore. They're relying on illegals. They're relying on refugees. Most of them don't even fucking speak English. Most of them don't have an education past 4th grade. Most of them have never had a vaccination. No wonder your kids have to have 40 fucking vaccinations now, because we're letting the whole fucking world and all their diseases in our country. They don't want a border, because if you had a border, my God, they might have to actually work for the fucking American people again. Let's roll it back to Amy Cockholder.
You drank so much that you didn't remember what happened the night before, or part of what happened.
You're asking about, blackout. I don't know. Have you?
Ha ha!
Could you answer the question?
How about you? You answer the fucking question, you fucking snatch.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, and I'm curious if you have.
I have no drinking problem.
The Swednick thing is a joke. That is a farce.
Would you like to say more about it?
No.
Did the word, Ralph, you used in your yearbook
I already answered the question. If
you don't relate to alcohol.
I like it.
How about you and alcohol? How about you and illicit drugs? I say we test Congress for fucking cocaine and crack, because obviously some of them fucking Democrats sit around smoking crack all night with underage hookers, like Senator Melendez, like Cory Booker, like who else? Oh, Kanye's. The fucking pimp boy from back east that thought he was going to give his seat to his fucking kid.
Yeah, answer that.
I like beer. I don't know if you like beer, Senator, or not. What do you like to drink?
Next one is...
Senator, what do you like?
Judge.
He's not going to answer. Fuck no, he ain't going to answer, because he fucking don't like beer. He likes high-class champagne.
Welcome whatever the committee wants to do, because I'm telling the truth.
I want to know what you wanted.
I'm telling the truth.
You know what he wants to do? He wants to walk up there and cave your fucking head in, Dick Durbin. You fucking pathetic piece of shit.
I want to know what you want to do, Judge.
I'm innocent. I'm innocent of this charge.
Then you're prepared for an FBI investigation?
They don't reach
Fuck
conclusions.
yeah.
You reach the conclusion.
No, but they do investigate questions.
They do investigate, but they don't reach anything. They don't reach no conclusions. Mr. Dick Durbin couldn't be more wrong if you shoved a pencil up his ass and twisted it to the left.
Maya, what do you think?
What a fucking piece of shit.